What's up, Irish Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of Ursuline football all season long, and cannot be prouder of this Ursuline football team. Player profile, state championship style, sponsored by Ryan Kelly and Belleria Pizza. Cannot thank them enough for all they do for us at YSN and obviously at Ursuline High School in the athletic department. Senior player profile, number 53 to center, Hayden Dorian, joined by us. Hayden, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, first thing I want to ask you, Hayden, when I say state championship Friday, we're going to have it on YSN Live. I can't wait. Ian O'Brien and myself will be on the call at 10:30. When I say Ursuline Irish in the state championship against Clinton-Massie, tell me what that feels like, what you're feeling.
I mean, it's like kind of crazy to think about it, really, but we kind of like expected to be here. We worked real hard in the off season, and like this was our goal. So,
yeah, it was a goal for sure. I want to take you back to that. I remember seeing some social media stuff. You practiced in Canton for the opportunity to play here for the state championship. It's kind of a surreal moment. Talk about that practice, and then tomorrow's the last day to get prepared for the state championship. How was that when you practiced there? Did you guys feel it?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. I think the point was basically like to get a visual of like where we would be in December, all the way back in. That was probably, I don't know.
What, like August?
Yeah, around there. Yeah. So definitely to get a visual and, get that experience of what it actually feels like to play in that stadium.
Do you remember much, Hayden, about the place? I mean, going in there and practicing compared to, let's be honest, what you're going to see on Friday at 10:30, you're going to see a wave of Fighting Irish supporters, no doubt. Did you enjoy the facility?
Yeah, very nice, very large too. Locker rooms are great, and it's pretty closed in with the stadiums or with the seating. There's a lot of seats and stuff like that, so it'll be great to see a bunch of fans there.
No doubt, with Hayden Dorian, the center of this talented Ursuline Irish football team, sponsored by Ryan Kelly and Belleria Pizza. Player profile, state championship. We'll have the game for you against Clinton-Massie on YSN Live. Ian O'Brien and myself on the call. Can't wait for that. Hayden, tell us a little bit about Hayden Dorian. Talk about your family a little bit before we jump into some football.
Well, obviously, like, football is my favorite sport. Outside of that, I'm a student ambassador for the school.
Okay.
I have a younger brother named Hunter, older sister named Haley. And, my mom and dad are very supportive of me, and so are my siblings too. So they love to watch football.
There's no doubt about that. I know your mom and dad quite well. St. Christine's, correct? You went to St. Christine's, so yeah. Shout out to the Crusader Nation. I'm sure we'll be following you. From that standpoint, for your family, you're a senior. You're in week 16. Your parents and your siblings are a part of this through the journey that you have. How special is that your family's so involved and enjoys every second of watching you on the football field?
I mean, it's honestly great. It's a blessing. They're very supportive, and I'm glad to know that they always have my back and they'll be there, and even in the good moments and the bad moments. So,
well, yeah, no doubt. Shout out to your family, no doubt. I want to ask you, do you hear them? The student body's phenomenal. Ursuline student body, and my daughter Grace is a junior there. The student body, the cheerleaders do a phenomenal job. Do you hear that when you're playing, or are you just locked in on what you're doing?
I hear it after like a bunch of touchdowns. I definitely try to go over and get them hyped up and stuff like that. And I love seeing the crowd's reactions and hearing them chant and stuff like that. It's great.
Well, you're one of the leaders on the O-line, my man. There's no doubt about that. I want to talk to you about it. You know what? I've talked with Brady. I've talked with Dean, D-Mac. You can go down the list of talented wide receivers. You're the leader at center on this offensive line. This is our chance. Without a good line, you can't win football games. There's no doubt about that. Talk about this offensive line and some of your boys on the line and what they mean to you.
Yeah, so they're a very talented group, especially our tackles, Brian and Isaac. They love to, hit people when they pull and stuff like that. And Colton and Pat are great guards. I feel like the biggest thing is we kind of like developed our friendship more like over the course of the season, off season, all that stuff. We got to get closer with each other. And I would definitely say like the the friendliness definitely helps with the chemistry, and it allows us to play together and have a lot of fun.
There's no doubt. You know as well as I do, the skilled guys get the accolades. The guys up front get the wear and tear every day. I want to take you back to last week, Port Clinton. Hayden, that was probably one of the biggest defensive and offensive fronts I've ever seen. And you played a big Glenville team. Talk about, I guess my question is, did the Glenville game against that size help you guys against Port Clinton to get settled in, knowing that you've gone against bigger people before?
Yeah, I would definitely say it helps a lot. Over the course of the season, I've seen like a fair share of, the 6'4", 300s, or maybe just like the 6 foot 200s. But definitely going against a big team like Glenville helped this past week with getting movement up front and kind of like trying to wear guys out with our tempo.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And I'm glad you said tempo. I'm with Hayden Dorion, the center, number 53, the leader Irish fans of this offense. You do a phenomenal job at center. I want to ask you this. Our offensive linemen have to be very well in shape. You hit a big play, and it's a hurry-up offense, and I see 5 linemen sprinting down the field, and you're the leader. You got to get down to the ball, get it snapped, get a call, and go. How fun is this offense to play in?
Oh, it's very fun, especially after a big play. Say we're sound up front, we get on our guys, and DeMarcus hits a big run. It's honestly great. Honestly, sprinting down 40 yards downfield, like you don't even notice it just because of how much fun you're having, and it's great to see the guys around you doing well. So,
yeah, when you hit those big plays, do you know it's coming that I got to get down there and we got to get lined up? Because we know Coach JD is going to have a play ready to go, and we want to wear people out. I thought, Hayden, it was huge on last Friday's game. I thought we completely wore down a good Port Clinton defense and were able to hit those big plays. Did you see that?
Yeah, definitely. I think their nose guard was I think their starting tackle maybe, and then their backup nose guard was their starting guard. So they're playing both ways the whole game, and like we recognize that. And us 5 up front really don't play defense except for like Isaac gets in occasionally, but
Sure.
We're all in great shape, and it allows only playing one side of the ball allows for us to run the ball fast and get to the ball, line up and snap the ball and get ready for the next play. So,
yeah, that's a huge thing with Hayden Dorian, senior player profile, state championship week. Friday, it'll play Clinton-Massie to bring the championship back to the Yo and back to Ursuline. It's won many. This senior group, you've played here, no doubt struggled for 2 years. Last year, I'll say it, I think this team wins a state championship and had some things taken away from you. I love how you guys play not only for yourselves, but for that group of seniors that didn't get that chance. But I want to ask you, this senior group looks very close, very tight. Talk about what this senior group means to you.
They're definitely my best friends, like on the field, even off the field, around the classroom and stuff like that. It's great to like be friends with these guys and have fun playing just a game of football. I mean, it's truly amazing to see like how hard everyone's worked, and it allows us to come closer together during the off season, and we start hanging out and stuff, and it really helps with the team chemistry.
Well, I tell you what, I love how close you guys are, and you're one of those leaders. State championship week, it's a different week. There's no doubt about it. Early morning game, some of your routines change, but Coach Reardon's been in this, and his staff has been in many of these. How exciting has this week been for you guys to know that Friday morning you're going to have probably the whole school of Ursuline and the Irish faithful community out at Tom Benson Stadium Friday at 10:30 to bring this state championship home?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a great feeling to know like we're playing in a championship game and we're going to have a big crowd, a lot of supporters, but the biggest thing that they're telling us and like we're trying to focus on is to make it just like any other game.
Sure.
And just keep the nerves down and just play football.
Yeah, I remember I said to Dean last week, Hayden, I said, number one, just do what you do and be number one on your end of it. You do what you do, be number 53 and be the center that gets everybody set up and ready to go. I asked those guys last week, and I want to ask you, expectations at Ursuline High School for football players are huge. When you go to Ursuline, you want to play in a state championship. You want to be a part of that. You've paid your dues. You had struggles as freshmen and sophomores. Do you understand, I guess, how many former Ursuline players and alumni and fans and former graduates, what does that mean to know that they're all going to be there supporting what you guys do as a group Friday for the state championship?
I mean, it's great, and it's an honor to know that the guys who set up the tradition at Ursuline and made Ursuline a great school and great football team, athletics in general, are going to be there to support us so we can continue that tradition.
Well, that's an awesome answer, Remind. With Hayden Dorion, number 53, the center, the leader of the big boys up front that will pave the way for this skilled offense to get some points on the board. Hayden, we're going to play a little rapid fire. I'm going to ask you some questions, no wrong answers. Whatever comes to your mind first, we'll roll with. I guess first question for you is, day of a game, are you a Gatorade guy or a water guy? If it's Gatorade, what's your favorite color Gatorade?
I honestly like my fair share of both. Like
Okay.
during pregame meal, I'll grab a Gatorade, and I like yellow Gatorade. But then like throughout the day, and then after I finish the Gatorade, I'll drink a lot of water.
Okay, that's a good answer. Keep doing. Make sure you do both of those on an early Friday morning. All right, lineman, I love asking this. Hayden Dorion's favorite food?
Steak.
All right, so off of steak, before we get into that, I understand a little pasta meal Thursday morning before the state championship. We stay with our traditions, and that's one of them for you guys. I know you guys as a group of players and coaches enjoy those team meals. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so the team meals, it's really like a great thing. We're truly blessed to have like the football moms come in and feed us every game to show their support and, to give us energy to get ready and come out and play a great game.
Well, make sure you get that energy early Friday morning. So off of steak, Hayden Dorion's favorite restaurant to have steak? Or is it mom at home? That could be a good answer too.
I'd have to say Firebirds.
Firebirds. I like Firebirds.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And you guys have had some team meals at Firebirds, so that's a great answer. All right, here's the big one for me. You get to Tom Benson Stadium Friday morning. You get a little time to yourself. I'm sure you're wearing headphones, getting amped up, ready to play. What kind of music does Hayden Dorion listen to get yourself ready for a state championship game?
So we actually we bring a speaker, and they I want to say DeMarcus is in charge of it.
Okay.
He's the only captain that's allowed to have his phone.
That's okay.
To keep us focused. So he plays a lot of like hip hop, but I honestly am fine with it because that's what I listen to begin anyway. So
that's good. I think I was able to go into the locker room after the big win against Port Clinton. I heard the hip hop. Mm-hmm. I like that. That'll get you amped up, ready to play. Favorite college football team?
Ohio State.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing this week, but it happens.
Yeah.
1 out of every 10 years we'll take, but that happens. A favorite pro football team?
Steelers.
Oh, man. I'm a Browns fan. Yeah, well, the Browns and Steelers, neither one of them playing very well right now, but a long season left. Great education at Ursuline, no doubt. You do phenomenal in the classroom, represent Ursuline on and off the field so well. I guess Hayden Dorion's favorite class you've had so far at Ursuline?
I'd have to say AP Biology.
Okay. So off of AP Biology, I'm going to put you on a spot here. You're a senior. Your chance to shout out any teacher or anybody that's a student that you want to say thank you and thanks for all the help and support that they give you. Favorite teacher first?
This year, like my entire...
It could be at any time you were at Ursuline.
I really like Mr. H because he's real funny and
Mr. H
he's a real good teacher. So
yeah. So Mr. H, shout out to all of us for all you do at Ursuline High School. Want to shout out any student at Ursuline that you want to say hi to on this senior player profile state championship stop?
Yeah. I'm going to go with 3. I'm going to go with Tyler Shasho, Nico Sabella, and Jack Bishop because they're kind of like the main leaders of the student section, and they get everything organized and get the whole crowd hyped. So I definitely appreciate them.
All right. Shout out to those 3. And I'm going to call them out here, Hayden. They need you Friday to be louder than ever so this Ursuline football team can bring a state championship home. So shout out to those guys for all they do and the great student body and the fantastic cheerleaders and band that represent a school. Role models. We talk about them all the time. You have a great family, siblings. When Hayden Dorian's kind of down and things aren't the way you want them to be, who does Hayden Dorian lean on as a role model?
I definitely say my parents. Obviously, they showed continued support for me, and then if I'm struggling with anything, they're always willing to help, and then they're always willing to make the good times better. So,
well, shout out to your parents. They're great people, and I know they're proud of what you do, not only on the football field but off. We'll end it with this, and I love doing these every week, Hayden. But this is it. This is week 16. Hayden Dorian, a great group of seniors that I get to be around and enjoy following. We cover a lot of schools at YSN, but I'm going to say it here. Ursuline High School is GM Steve Leslie's favorite school that I can't wait to watch bring home a state championship. Your ending for your senior football season, it's getting close. How do you want this to end?
Obviously, I want to go out on top and win the championship and celebrate with my teammates and coaches and family.
Well, there's no doubt. There's a lot of people, Hayden, that want to see that happen. From DJ Oakley, from Brian Scott, from myself, all of us at YSN. We love being a part of this journey. We're going to bring a state championship home. I said it last week. I'm going to say it to you, 53 BU. Do what you do. Get the linemen set. And I'll see you on Friday. Let's go win that state championship.
All right, will do. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. Hayden Dorian, Ursuline Center. We'll have the game for you live, ysnlive.com. State championship style, Ursuline versus Clinton-Massie, Friday at 10:30. Irish community, they need you in full force. Be loud and proud, and let's get that state championship back to Youngstown. Have a good night.
You too.